Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Off the Rails. I'm your host, Austin Train. Joining me as always, best friend, professional musician, and the co-host of Off the Rails, Brian Gower. We are coming to you live, taped in front of a live studio audience here at the Central Bank of Argentina.
Yeah.
Where Argentina is about to get a $40 billion bailout from America First.
Okay.
Your boy,
Yeah.
Donald J. Trump.
Well, DJT.
So stupid, dude. I love it. I love it. Everyone's like, "Oh, it's gonna make everything better." It's like, "Oh, we got to bail out this country." That. Do you know anything about Argentina?
A lot of times when you do these intros, I'm like, "Oh, something's going on in the world."
Yeah,
you could enlighten me.
Part of this is my education. This is like a re-education camp for Brian. So, Argentina has like a hyper-libertarian president, Javier Milei.
Yeah.
And, oh, man, you're going to like how this guy... Oh, I got to show you what this guy looks like. Oh, here we go.
All right.
This guy's a president, and he's got serious mutton chop. Oh, look at that. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Right there. He looks like Damien from The Omen. Yeah, so this guy basically he ran for president of Argentina a couple years ago.
I thought you were about to say he won a contest.
Yeah, he won a contest.
A phone-in radio show.
Yeah. You had to like collect the tops of cereal boxes.
Yeah.
And if you send in enough, you get to be president of Argentina. So basically, yeah, within like a few years, he's just completely destroyed the economy.
Yeah.
What a loser. I don't know. It's just I was watching it. I was like, oh, that's gonna make me mad for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Is that we have to bail out a first world country because their leader is a fucking retard.
You watch TV like, that's it. Yep.
Also, he like performs like he was doing a rock show. He was performing with his band in an arena, and it's like, why didn't you just go to work? You have a job. Just do your job, you fucking idiot.
He's like, well, I'm president, but I always want to be a rock star. So
yeah, it's like, dude,
I'll still be president.
There's too many celebrity. Like, if you're the leader of I want more like more people should try to be like Joseph Stalin. They should just like, I never want to see you in public.
Yeah.
If you're the leader of a country, I only ever want to see you in your official capacity. You shouldn't be like doing music or doing celebrity golf tournaments.
Yeah.
Just do your fucking job, dude. Anyway, so that's been going on in the world.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're just gonna be more jammed up over here.
We're gonna continuously, the jamming up will continue. Yeah. And there was also a ceasefire, which will most likely be violated by the time we finish recording. Between Israel and Palestine. Everyone's like, "There's gonna be peace," and I'm like, "No, you fell for it again."
It's like, fuck that.
Yeah, like that's not that's not gonna happen. It's not gonna last. All right. Okay, so we got that out of the way.
Nice. World events.
Yeah. Now Brian is caught up.
Yeah.
In world events. Wait till next episode where we get into the Congo.
Yeah. I mean, well, I like it, but my social media has like gone more like nothing. I don't know what's going on.
No, that's good. I mean, I don't know. I got off Twitter for a while and I felt like really good.
Yeah.
And then I started like looking at it again, and I was like, oh boy.
Been getting like shoved my algorithms like cooking, and like, all right, this is like, quick like minute long videos of like cooking. I'm like, oh shit, I still don't know how to cook, but I'm like, well, and one thing I'm catching up on is like everybody's salt and pepper. That's it. Like,
yeah.
We're gonna season salt and pepper. What? And it's like every video is salt and pepper. I'm like, all right, I have those.
Well, I've stopped using hot sauce. I make scrambled eggs most days, but I use egg whites instead of like milk or butter.
Mm-hmm.
And I just hit it with some salt and pepper. I don't really need hot sauce anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Like, honestly, it's like the pepper is like whatever, but the salt is just like, oh, that's perfect. It's funny. It's like the two most basic seasonings, and it's like they're fine.
Yeah, everything. Like chicken, fucking, we're going to season our rice, salt and pepper.
Yeah.
Steak, put salt and pepper on it. People
yeah, I don't really even like steak sauce that much. I just kind of like steak. I mean, the one I liked a lot was the Montreal seasoning on steak, that was like legit. But most other things, I'm like, no, steak just kind of, it's a solo act, you know?
If it's done right. I mean, if you get it and it's like dry as a bone, then you're gonna have
how you cook it,
you're gonna have to get some A1 on there.
Oh yeah, if it's well done or something.
Yeah.
Also, before we get away from politics, I was at the chiropractor.
Okay.
And I could hear this guy berating the chiropractor.
What?
Which is not the kind of guy you want. It's not what you want to do to the guy who could probably like break your spine.
Yeah.
Or like snap your neck.
Yeah.
There's some old guy. He was going on about like all the major talking points. So, like there's tampons in the bathroom. And then he was like, Charlie Kirk was one of the smartest guys ever. I was like, oh, you're a fucking idiot. You fucking Is this like, dude? Are you it's ever one of the smartest guys ever? You know how long ever is?
Yeah.
You know the guy who invented the wheel?
Yeah.
First off, that's like probably the smartest guy because like he had zero baseline. Or it could have been a lady, but probably not.
Probably. Calling balls and strikes here. Probably.
Calling balls and strikes here, dude. He's like, I gotta fucking move this dead, this dead saber-toothed tiger.
A caveman. It's like, oh man, if I could move this, and then like his wife is like, well, what if you roll? Shut up. I'm thinking it.
Then you see like a light bulb, but it's not a light bulb. It's like a sun.
Yeah,
because they don't have light bulbs yet.
They haven't figured out fire yet either.
Just pops over his head. Yeah, it's not even fire.
On the cave drawing, she has a bunch
like
of circles
moon.
and stuff like that.
It's just the fucking moon.
And he's like, shut up, I'm figuring this out. And he's
I
like,
came up with this great idea.
He comes up with the octagon first. And this is good.
Because if you think about it, the guy who invented the wheel had zero baseline. So like we appear to be smart because we have such a baseline of knowledge that we can like basically rest, but we can already like rest on.
Yeah.
But that guy had to come up with it from scratch.
Well, and then there's an argument. Well, I was listening to a podcast completely unrelated where somebody kept saying, it's like, well, if they wouldn't have done it, somebody else would have. So I'm like, I guess you could say that about everything, but it's like, because it didn't happen, it's like you said, oh, it could have. This is what I listen to, is video game podcasts. They talk about like, oh, the jump from like Atari to like NES. It's like, oh, if Nintendo didn't do it. Or it's like from politics to video games. Something I can relate to.
Yeah.
From like SNES, like Super Nintendo.
This is how we de-radicalize people.
Yeah. To like, N64 PlayStations. So the 3D games, it's like, oh, if Nintendo and Sony didn't do it, somebody else would have. It's like,
sure, but it would have been different.
Yeah.
I mean, there's also the way the next step is also kind of informed by how they do things.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, yeah, somebody would have done Sega Saturn. Also, everyone forgets about Sega, because Sega was after the Genesis, they kind of fell off, but like the Dreamcast was really interesting. Dreamcast was the first one to have online.
Yeah.
So the Dreamcast were just kind of ahead of its time, and the controllers looked goofy.
Yeah.
But then again, the Xbox controllers were like probably even more ridiculous initially.
Yeah,
the first Xbox
giant one.
Yeah, but it is like they made that step, but they also kind of like how they made that step is also important. Somebody else might have done it, but like the way they did it, I mean, I don't know, arguably could have been better, also might have been worse.
Yeah. I remember having a PlayStation 2.
And also sometimes people come up with things independently of each other.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing they always said about punk rock, was that they kind of just, it wasn't even like the Ramones or the Sex Pistols started it. They just kind of both emerged around the same time. Kind of, they also might have had like similar influences.
Yeah.
But sometimes people come up with shit like, and then there's like a fight of like who came up with it first, but based on like what the information they had before. Like I think the Nazis, just during World War II, they were sort of trying to come up with a nuclear weapon, but they didn't. Well, first off, because it was Einstein and he's Jewish, they're like, no, this is like Jewish pseudoscience. Just because he was Jewish, they kind of ignored it for a long time, and then but like somebody else could have, if they had put the resources into it. they also could have come up with like the nuclear bomb.
Yeah, and there's also the argument of like, well, whoever did it first. I'm like, well, yeah, but who did it better? That's one thing. It's like when people say, oh, like, hamburgers. I'm like, oh, it's from Germany. I'm like, well, we fucking crushed it.
Yeah, but it's different. I mean, like all these things.
It's a fucking better hot dog than a Wiener Schnitzel corn dog. America crushes it.
Yeah, pizza. Apparently, pizza was just like it was like poor people food, so they would just put everything onto a pie, and then it came to America, and it's like they just kind of it evolved along a different line. It became a kind of convenient food.
Yeah, and then when it comes to food too, I'm like I'm a poor judge, like baseline, because everything I'm like, yeah, that's good. That's good pizza. Oh yeah, DiGiorno's, that's sick.
No, DiGiorno's is good. I had a guy. There's a comic, and he has this weird hot take. So he's from Connecticut.
Yeah, and
he argues that like Connecticut pizza is better than New York pizza. But it's also like it's they say it's the water.
Yeah.
So Connecticut and New York are right next to each other. So it's like, okay, sure. But then he also goes off. He has this like, and he'll always bring it up when he talks pizza. He's like, dude, go to 7-Eleven and have them bake a pizza fresh. And it's like, but then he's like, oh, it's the best bang for your buck. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm not going to do that.
Yeah. You're going to 7-Eleven for pizza because it's like, I'm fucked.
Well, no, I mean, I never get the food from 7-Eleven. I'll get like candy and like drinks from 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not going there to get hot food. I just don't trust those grills. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how long, because they're open 24/7. I don't know how long they have to actually clean the grills.
Yeah, or like
when they actually get a chance to, when they when they get a break from chasing off homeless people. Yeah, when do they get to fucking clean the grills?
It's not much better. But if I was
also Costco pizza's rad.
Jammed. Oh yeah, if I was jammed up, food I'd get from 7-Eleven is like the bag sandwiches. I'm like, oh, this is probably better.
Yeah.
It's hermetically sealed. It's not.
They just saran wrapping it in the back.
Yeah. It was, when I was like on tour with a band, I'm like, all right, this is going to be my dinner tonight. Fucking ham sandwich, torpedo, and a fucking Arizona.
That's not that bad.
Yeah. What were we talking about? Oh, yeah, no, I had the same buddy who's, it's over there. It's kind of Maryland. Not Maryland. Completely different. It's Massachusetts.
Mm-hmm.
He was saying the same thing about the water. It's like, oh, it's just the baseline. The water over in Massachusetts is better than the water in like Anaheim where we were. It's like, oh, the pizza's not that great. I'm like,
well, also, I mean the water. Remember when we were in Vancouver and we just drank water from the tap?
Yeah.
Yeah, we also just have, because all our water has to go through all these fucking pipes from Colorado to make it here, and it tastes metallic. When you drink tap water here, it tastes metallic, but then other places you just drink tap water, it's like, oh, it just tastes like crisper.
Yeah. I think that's kind of where he's getting from. It's like, oh, it's like the water could be better there. I'm like,
they say it's like alkaline. Well, they say the alkaline is because there's this acidity and alkaline.
Yeah.
And it's less acidic and more alkaline, which I'm not gonna
look into it,
test that.
Yeah. And then I think about it too. It's like, they're probably right. Like you said, like I'll never drink tap water. It's always like, oh, filtered water or a water bottle.
Or I'll go directly to the springs.
Or I'll get something fresh like an A&W.
Yeah.
It's like, this is not
some
good.
organic A&W root beer.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, yeah, no, they're probably right. Because I'm like, yeah, water. I've never had it. It's like, oh, I stand by San Diego water. It's like, no. I barely want to bathe in it. But
yeah, we are in a desert.
Yeah. Speaking of what was it, East Coast over there or East,
It's East Coast, I guess. I did the Northeast Pennsylvania Comedy Festival.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, I was about to say, how was it?
It was good. There was a woman, the main organizer was a comic named Jess Delfino, who does like folk. She's a comedy guitarist.
Okay. Oh.
And she has a song about dolphins raping people, which I thought was
nice.
pretty funny. And it was and another dude, the co-organizer was dude Chris Jones, he's a really funny guy out of Philadelphia. But it was a lot of fun, man. It was really cool. I had never been to the Poconos before. So I always thought, what do you think when you hear the name Poconos?
I think I'd said it. It was like, it reminds me, I think New York. Like
really
fancy.
I would have thought. So you're thinking of the Hamptons, I think.
Yeah.
I would have thought Poconos is like, oh, that's like a tropical.
Yeah.
place, and it was up there. I think Poconos is like it's got to be like an Indian word.
Yeah.
Or something. It was up there, kind of the mountains, really pretty. The festival was in this place called Stroudsburg.
Yeah.
And it was a bitch to get to because I had to fly to Philly, and then I was booking, and something on Expedia, it's like not super clear, but I had to book a flight, and I'm like, oh, then I'm going to book a flight from Philly to the Lehigh Valley Airport.
Yeah.
And I was looking at it, I'm like, oh, it looks like a small plane. It was a bus.
Oh.
But it wasn't super clear that it was a bus. So I got to the terminal, and I was like confused because people were boarding two different. It was like, oh, this is the Scranton. This is the something. And I'm like, oh, where's our plane? And then I look out, I'm like, oh, it's a bus.
Yeah. You thought it was going to be like a puddle jumper or something like that?
No, I don't know. I like those small planes. They kind of.
I've never been.
You never been in a small
plane?
Would
scare the shit out of me. I'm not one. I mean, I'm fine with flying, but it's like
no, I like the small planes because they're kind of when you're on the runway, they look kind of cute.
Yeah,
because you're like in a huge plane and you look over like, oh, that's a cute little plane.
Yeah.
Usually they're not. There's a little bit more room on a small plane. It feels less cramped because they're like, yeah, we can't jam. There usually be like 2 seats. So instead of like 3, it gets fucked up when it's like 3 seats.
Yeah.
And then, if you're not stuck between a couple of fatties in the middle seat who sometimes people don't get, it's like you're the middle seat, you get both armrests.
Yeah.
That's
how it goes.
Yeah, that's in the Constitution.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when we flew to Puerto Rico, my grandma kept bugging me about booking tickets. I was like, I'll do it later. And then she got her niece to book us tickets, and she booked us like literally the worst seats.
Yeah.
And I'm like, God, fuck. I had a middle seat, and then I switched with a guy who wanted to sit next to his daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So then I was like standing waiting for everyone, and they're like, sir, can you please go to your seat, sir? And I was like, oh, I switched with I'm a good person.
Yeah.
And then I go there, and then I'm stuck between 2 fucking fatties.
Yeah.
And one guy's already asleep fully on the armrest. I'm like, I fucking.
He's got a CPAP on and everything. I can't wake this guy up.
He's a fat. Wake him up, punching him in his fucking face. Then we took a bus, and I stayed at a Quality Inn.
Okay.
Next to a cemetery. Didn't you play a show?
Yeah.
Right outside of a cemetery?
Ashland, Oregon?
Yeah, that's where they got one of the colleges out there. I forget one.
Yeah. So we played, and then it was like right next to a cemetery, and that was a show that one of many that we didn't get paid, but we got paid in weed.
That we had to stash
a lot of weed. It was like a Ziploc gallon bag full of weed,
and then only the drummer smoked weed.
Yeah. It's like cool, and he was like so stoked. I'm like, we got to go to Canada. You can't take that. And he's like, oh, don't worry. And then he's like, Brian, where'd you put it? He's like, what? So he's like, so you lost it or you stashed it away in the van somewhere? I don't remember. I'm like, fuck. And then we always had Kyle driving. I'm like, come on, you're white dude, blue eyes, blonde hair. You're fine.
Yeah,
they like you.
Well, you're okay too. I mean, you're not like.
I was drunk.
Oh yeah, you were drunk. Remember we stashed it. Then we go back to look for it, and it was already gone.
Yeah, he buried it like a dog.
Nice. So there was I did a show in Elko, Nevada, and it was funny because the high school was right next to the cemetery. That's a very funny. That's just such a funny. Just like, oh, usually you want to put the cemetery like on the other side, not right next to the high school, as the kids are gonna drink there for sure. They're definitely gonna get high there.
Yeah, And then, yeah, I mean, seems like, well, I can't think of it. I'm like, that seems like a cool place to do it if you're a kid. You're like, whoa, this is kind of spooky. Let's get fucked up.
I wouldn't. I don't know. That would have freaked me out anyways. But yes, the festival was cool.
Mm-hmm. And then
there was I hate doing it, but I signed up for it. It was like a heckler show where there was like a Kill Tony kind of panel.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. It was weird because I ate way too much. I get inflammation from eating too much.
Okay.
It's like so lame. And they fed us, like I was like me and another dude named a comic I met named Trevor. So it's not Trevor. It's Trevor, which I've been seeing a lot more Trevors out there. We were hanging out, and I was the first one at the buffet, and so I fucking crushed it, dude. They had chicken frittata. I had French fries, which it was never have French fries with pasta. That's like insane. And I was eating it. I'm like, oh, this is way too decadent. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a fucking Roman. I feel like some Roman noble.
Yeah.
Who's just like 1,000 pounds, like throwing up, just disgusting. And then I did the heckler show, and I don't know. I had a plan initially. I was just gonna go up to him and be like, "Hey, you were molested. You were adopted," and then I was gonna go, "You were molested and adopted."
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, there was I bailed on that strategy.
Yeah.
For some reason, there was a black guy on the panel. I was like, I don't know how that's going to go.
Yeah.
If I'm like, hey, you were adopted. Which, I don't know, might have been funnier. But one guy I was actually really impressed was Lucas McCrary's an Austin comic. And he was on it. He was really funny. I just figured because he was a comic from Austin, I'm like, oh, you're going to be like a Tony Hinchcliffe kind of guy, but he was very funny, and yeah. And then I just doubled down on calling one guy molested. Yeah. I was like, they're insulting you and stuff like that, and I was like, you were molested.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, they knew that you were weaker than the other show. Because like a show like that, I just try to go as mean as possible.
Yeah.
But that's why I don't do good on roast, because I go too mean.
Yeah. It's something where
I'm like, look, your parents never loved you.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Because other people, I'd see some of the people that everyone would be like,
nice shoes.
It's literally always like, oh, you're an Indian guy. Oh, how's the IT department? Oh,
yeah.
You're a black guy. Oh, did you just abandon your family?
Yeah.
Oh. And that's all a lot of roasts are, is just like teeing up the ethnic thing. You're a white guy, you're a school shooter or a pedophile.
Yeah.
If you're a woman, if you're fat, black guys love you.
Yeah.
Or no one ever says stinky pussy, but I feel like that's what you could just throw out there.
Because your mind thinks too mean.
Yeah.
But you can't say,
you gotta throw out.
You got a stinky pussy. It's like,
roast. I don't know. I just never got the roast, like what they like, because I'm like, oh, these are. I don't know. There were some comics at the. There's some comics who do roast battle a lot who I just thought were awful, who only ever did roast battle, and when you'd see them do a show, they'd bomb. They'd bomb their dick off.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, because all your jokes are like very they seem like part of roast battle, I think, is like the event, like the spectacle of it. Like everyone's chanting.
Yeah.
It feels like a nightmare.
I can't get behind it. I don't know why that.
Well, because roasts were
so
like for your friend. Your friends, and then this is just like a competition.
Yeah, but it's like Kill Tony's so popular. I'm like, this, and then like I see like, oh, people are like, oh, Tim Dillon's on this one, and Sam Talent, or like the Are You Garbage guys. I'm like, I don't fuck. I'd rather not. I'd rather go watch Are You Garbage.
Yeah.
I don't need to see them doing them, like, because it's not. It's like one of the ones that somebody sent me a clip. Isn't this funny? It was some guys who's like, oh, what kind of porn do you like? Or it's like some guy from a Kill Tony, like one of the panels or whatever. It's like, oh, he's funny. Look at his stand up. Stand up sucked. And the one funny,
a lot of theirs do. Like that's the thing with a lot of high level roast battles.
Like
their comedy's bad.
It's like, oh, what kind of porn do you like? I like all of it, even the gay stuff. And he was like, oh, yeah. And people just stand up on the table doing the Charleston. Like, oh yeah, it's like, you guys are so stupid.
It would have been funny if he's like, even child porn, because that's clearly where you go with it. Yeah. Giving the gay stuff. I remember.
You're like, oh, you like job.
I remember, what was it?
It took you less than 5 seconds. You thought of a funnier thing.
Yeah. I remember there's a comic. He's a famous comic, but I never thought he was very good.
Mm-hmm.
And he was doing a lot of crowd work at that time, and he was headlining La Jolla, and I think he asked us, he's like, "Hey, what's the gay part of town?" And they were like, "Oh, it's Hillcrest."
Your house.
It's your hotel room later tonight. Your hotel room after 1 a.m.
Your hotel room bathroom.
Yeah.
He's not even doing the bed.
And then
you just say your ass. No, they got a whole squad up there just hanging out.
It's your ass. The green room when you're in it. No, but I just saw him, and it pissed me off so bad to do that. He was doing crowd work, and he was like, "Hey, man, Hillcrest is that away?" And I'm like, "Shut up, you fucking douchebag."
Yeah,
it's like when they there's a thing from Family Guy when like a public speaker comes to their high school, and he's like, "I like those." I think it's like I don't remember what the other town is, but like it's like in Simpsons, it's like Springfield versus Shelbyville.
Yeah.
It's like those other clowns in Shelbyville.
Yeah.
And then the guy in the audience is like, "Ha ha ha, they're our rivals." Ha ha ha.
Yeah. You just hit the key points, talking points. You're like,
yeah,
gay part of town. Click.
When we were at La Jolla, there was a Maserati dealership across the street from a Ferrari dealership.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous. Like that is an insane. Then one of them became a paint store, which is like, that's how you know the American dream is dead. It's like a Ferrari dealer. No, a Maserati dealership became a
Sherman
Williams. That's the period of decline.
And that's
the American
crazy.
Empire.
They're probably so hurting for business. Like, oh, what's the rent here? I'm like, we'll pay half of that. Cool, sold.
Yeah. But everyone would make the same jokes about it, which the audience would like, but then we were like, Jesus Christ, like, we got sick of it, but also just watching a lot of stand up, you see how a lot of it is very similar. So yeah, but but Lucas McCurry was very funny. I was very pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
And then just did some like small shows. There's like one main street in this town.
Yeah.
It's just called Main Street.
Yeah. And
that's like where most of the stuff is. And all the shows were like on that street. So there's one spot, it was like the Yard of Ale, Newberry's Yard of Ale. There was the Something Saloon, which is like a cowboy kind of joint, but it was like in the back of this little shopping complex. And then there was a Vault 636. They had upstairs shows.
Okay, cool.
It was like a 2-level. And then also I just got to watch a lot of football and shit. Because it was like, like downstairs it'd be like a football game on or baseball or something. So it was pretty cool. I walked around and there was like one of the first days where I wanted to get coffee, I parked right in front of this like punk thrift shop.
Yeah.
But it had a bunch of arcade cabinets in it.
Hell yeah.
And I went and I forgot what the woman's name was, but like I just would go up and like, "Oh, a cool place you got here." And then she just like started talking for like 45 minutes. I'm just like, "Oh, okay. Okay. Sick. Cool."
How about turning one of these on free play, huh? We could talk over a game of TMNT.
Apparently, she said she's been trying to keep this business going. This is a thrift shop.
She's like looking, it's like, "Look, we're dying here." She's like, "You don't want to invest?"
She got the space because she agreed to look after the arcade games.
Oh.
Yeah, so like the whatever.
That's a hell of a deal.
Yeah. And so she can just kind of do whatever with the thrift shop. And then as long as she just has the arcade games. And it gave like a lot of the kids a place to hang out. Because I guess, it's a small town. It's like, where are they going to fucking go?
Yeah.
There's like nowhere else to go if you're like a kid. So that was cool, and there was like a lot of cool, there's like the Ninja Turtles game.
Yeah.
There was like one of those cabinets with like 10 games on it, bunch of pinball and shit like that. But it was cool. It was a cool spot. And then I mainly just walked around. I did a little bit of hiking.
Yeah.
But I was like hiking. I didn't bring hiking boots. So I went to this, that's over by the Appalachians apparently. And I was talking to one of the comics who's a hiker, and he's like, yeah, the Appalachians are like super rocky.
Yeah.
And I was like trying to hike up this mountain. And I was like, oh my God, my feet are like on fire. Because everything is like a rock, and I'm just wearing fucking Skechers.
Yeah. Well, to me, like going on hikes, it's like, well, because last hike I went on, it's like I had like shoes that had like no tread.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be fine. And then, no, it wasn't.
No, it's bad.
I just slipped and just twisted my ankle. I was like, oh!
Yeah, you need tread. Yeah, so my shoes got like kind of like arch support now.
Yeah.
But yeah, you need tread on you. Yeah, when I was a kid, I'd just go hiking and like, we did El Yunque in Puerto Rico, and I was just wearing
like Converse. You could be fine.
Yeah, I was wearing Converse. Well, they were coming apart because I remember somebody got hurt on the hike, and then me and my stepmom had to go try to find a phone signal to get them some help. And then I don't remember, but we were like running through the jungle, and I was like, "Oh, my shoes are falling apart." She's like, "Stop whining!" And I'm like, "I'm just making an observation.
I'm just letting you know.
I'm just letting you know that you're gonna have to buy me shoes."
Yeah. Don't you know I'm a kid, so I have no money. So
you're
gonna
I'm just letting you know that my shoes are falling apart.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's funny. It was like I just felt fine, and I'm like my fucking skate shoes are caked in mud, and I'm like, oh, I feel great.
Yeah, as a kid, you're like, oh, this is fine.
Yeah.
I could do a cartwheel up the mountain.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like nowadays, like, oh fuck, if I don't have the right gear.
Yeah. But the nature was nice out there. There's a lot of trees. I guess it wasn't super colorful, because there was a drought. So even though it's like fall, it wasn't super, bright foliage.
Yeah.
But no, the show was really cool. They hooked me up with a bunch of spots. Because I came from so far away.
Yeah.
And the dude actually watched my clip. He watched my video, which usually doesn't happen. He's like, yeah. He's like, oh, I like that one joke. And I'm like, oh, sick. You actually watched it.
Yeah.
Or remembered.
Was it the 619 one or?
No, I sent him a shorter one.
Gotcha.
The 619 is just that was for like this show I can like headline.
Yeah.
Most places want like a 5-minute.
Yeah.
Well, remember I applied for the Don't Tell contest, and they wanted a 3-minute clip, and I'm like, are you serious?
Well, I can cut either one of those up, but
sure.
But yeah. If you got another one, I definitely like. Oh, we'll talk about it off air. But I'm like, I want to shoot another one.
No, they need to see this. They need to see how the sausage is made. But yeah, 3 minutes. That feel. So he watched it, and it was just a cool little spot, man. It was nice. Yeah. Everyone was super friendly and super nice, and so it was a good time. A good time.
That's dope.
And then I stopped by in Boston. I had to go get when we went to Boston, my grandma left jewelry.
Oh.
So then I had to go to Boston to retrieve it. Mm-hmm. And it was funny because my cousin is like such a nice lady, but she's like kind of paranoid about because the jewelry is like pretty expensive.
Yeah.
And so she like wrapped it in a paper thing, and we were like eating outside of a restaurant. She's like, oh, I'm like, I have to go to the bathroom. He's like, oh, I should go too, and then we can make the drop off. So then it felt like, now it feels like kind of like some James Bond shit.
Yeah.
Or like some drug dealer shit. And then she gave it to me, and then I just put it in my fanny pack.
All right,
I brought a fanny bag just for that.
Explicitly
to put that, because I didn't want to like throw it in the rest of my luggage and it gets, chipped or broken.
I was thinking about that. Fanny pack, that's a good move.
Yeah, for like for valuables.
I've been a backpack guy recently, but it's also I'm like 40-year-old
fanny
dude
pack. You can put the fanny pack in the backpack, but if you have valuables, it's not really that safe in a backpack because the backpack's big. It's gonna move around. Mm-hmm. Fanny pack is like, all right, it's small, it's compact. I can keep it separate, and I can put it in the backpack.
Yeah.
But it's like a waterproof fanny pack my girlfriend got me.
Yeah, it's tactical.
Because I go to the beach by myself and then I want to go in the water, but I get super paranoid about leaving my stuff.
Yeah,
because that's my nightmare is to be like, oh, I go in and then all my shit's gone and I'm like literally in trunks,
wet.
No shirt,
yeah,
wet, maybe sandals, maybe not, and I'm like, oh fuck, how do I get home? Yeah. This is like a bad look to try to get home in, too.
Yeah. Especially if you don't have car keys, everything, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, big one is like losing my phone. like to me, I'm like, all right, as much as like you shouldn't be attached to the thing, but like if I lost that, I'm fucked.
Well, what's funny. You realize quickly like how well you can actually do without your phone when you don't have it on you.
Mm-hmm.
You can actually like navigate yourself most of the time. But when I was, I got a rental car.
Yeah.
When I was in the Poconos, and it didn't have the screen. So like I had navigation on, but it didn't have a screen to show. And I realized like how much I just stare at that when I'm driving. And I was like trying to drive with the navigation. It was like the audio was on, but I'm like, oh, I get so used to looking at the screen to be like, is there a turn coming up, to see exactly how long things are.
Yeah.
And but then without it, I stopped using it, and then I was able to the town was small enough I could figure out driving around it a couple of times. Like, this is how you get places.
Mm-hmm.
Because it makes you second guess you need constant reassurance.
Yeah.
And when you don't have that constant reassurance, your brain just kind of takes over, and it's like, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's like, there's several places in like La Mesa that I've been.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, I'm like, they're a completely different country. They're not. I'm like, oh, I've gone to one place. I'm like, I can figure, like, for me, it's like a couple guitar shops or whatever. Old Barber was there.
The real tough places are like big suburbs, because there's so many streets, and there might be a lot of turns, but it doesn't, like, because like cities, you can kind of figure out the grid eventually, right?
Yeah.
You're like, I go this way, this is, this street, A street is going west, B street's going east, and then you can kind of figure it out. And then like the country, you're just kind of driving for a while before you see anything.
Yeah.
And usually you're not going any place too deep.
Mm-hmm.
But the suburbs will throw you off because it's big and spread out, and you might have to take a bunch of different streets.
Yeah. And then, so you were over there. You had mentioned you went to Boston, right? Did you end up going to New York too?
No, I was gonna take my grandma there. She wanted to see the Statue of Liberty, but I was like, let's do it October. But her back has been bothering her.
Yeah,
and also just seems a little. For me, I get a little overwhelmed when I have to take. When I'm with her traveling, I just get extra stressed out because I'm like I just am like, it's like a child that's less durable.
No. I get it. Yeah.
That's kind of old folks, and it's it's not their fault, but it's just like I get stressed. I'm like, oh fuck, like like a kid can like fall down and bounce right back up, but like an older person will fall down, and you're like, oh fuck, dude.
Yeah, we're fucked.
Yeah, we're fucked now. Also, you can just pick up a kid and move them around. Like an older adult is like a lot harder.
You're like,
you can't just pick them up and be like, all right, we're going this way.
You're like, well, I'm strong enough. I probably could, but it's probably not socially acceptable to just pick up my grandma and move her.
No, listen, well, the part why kids are so easy to pick up is because they're small.
Yeah.
Like even a person who's like very light, who's like adult size, is hard to pick up. Because they're unwieldy. It's like moving a long, narrow couch. Yeah. It's not heavy. It's just hard to fucking distribute the weight.
Yeah. So, well, this I mean, this sounds bad, but let me get through the story. So it was a friend of like Kyle's wife. Mm-hmm. Like we kind of knew her like as well. She was a coworker. It was like 21st birthday. It was like, oh, cool. And then went out. And it's like, oh, 21st birthday. And she just like all gas, no brakes.
Oh, God.
It was like before even like 7, just too drunk.
Mm.
Until a point where she like kind of passed out.
Yeah.
And then it was like,
uh-oh.
Yeah.
Brian.
No, it was,
you might want to get a lawyer before you continue with this story.
It was Kyle, Carrie, and I had to move. It's like 3 of us had to move her. It's like, she's like, well, she's basically just like.
Dead weight.
And then and night was ended early, like by like 7:30. Brought her home, got her taken care of, like with her family, and then like Carrie's walking home, and we went back to her place, and then her mom was there, and Carrie's mom was like, "Oh, is that vomit on your shirt? That's not yours, is it?" And Carrie's like, "It's not I love it. Was Friday night was great. And then she just went and took a shower. But it's like, it took like 3 of us. And it's like, wait, Kyle's a big guy. I'm, a bigger guy.
No, but the dead weight, we had to do that for our friend. So I probably told this story before, but it's been long enough where I'm gonna bring it back.
Yeah.
There was 4 of us, so I showed up a little bit late. But the people were drinking was like our guy. He's 6'4".
Yeah.
He could probably put some down. Another guy's Samoan.
Yeah.
So basically, he's not going to be able to get drunk. Like the amount he needs to drink to get drunk, it's like a fucking a barrel of beer. And then our other friend, who's like a 5'3" Jewish dude.
Yeah.
And he was trying to keep up. I showed up late.
Yeah.
He was trying to keep up with them. They were like, we're going to drink every color of drink. Right, so we're gonna drink an adios motherfucker. Then we're gonna drink an orange drink. Then we're gonna drink a red drink.
Yeah.
Right, tequila sunrise. All the different. They're gonna drink as many different colors as they can.
That's like, to me, I'm like, that's one and done.
Well, they're in their 20s,
but they're also bigger.
And the little dude was trying to keep up with them, and he disappears. And we're like, oh, he's been gone for a while. And then I just get a Facebook message that says help, and we go, and he's in the bathroom at the So the bar, it's like 2 stories.
Yeah.
We're upstairs.
Yeah.
He's literally wrapped behind the toilet.
Oh. Yeah.
So we had to pick him up, but he's all dead weight. And I tried to pick him up. I'm like, oh my God. Like when you're picking up somebody who's just dead weight, it's like, oh, I've never picked up someone who's just passed out. And then I picked him up, and then obviously our friend Mike, the Samoan dude, takes over. And he starts walking down the steps with him over his back.
Yeah.
And then as he hits the steps, he starts vomiting. He starts vomiting down all over down the stairs. And then he gets to the last step. He trips. He slips, but he just falls like on his ass.
Yeah.
But then it was incredible to watch because then he just, without using his hands, just like props himself back up.
Yeah.
And then the security guards come over, and they're kind of like, the security guards like want to show their disdain, but so they just like have a hand on his leg, but also it's like you don't want to get into it with the Samoan dude.
But the security guard's probably also like, get him the fuck out of here.
Yeah, no, we were getting him out.
You're already doing it.
Once we got him out of the bar, then he stopped puking.
Yeah.
He puked all the way from the stairs.
He's like, well,
walking out the bar.
He's like, well, I got all that from here, so just bringing it back.
He's leaving it back.
Yeah.
But yeah, dead weight. That can be tough.
Yeah.
To move.
Yeah, just nothing but dead weight.
So yeah. Shit. Where did we got off topic somewhere?
Yeah.
So the festival was cool.
Cool. That's awesome.
It was cool. We're talking about how old people are like children.
Like children that are fragile.
It was rad, though. One of the best things, my last day in Boston, I was just watching Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
You could just get to watch sports in a hotel room.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. Like, when I'm traveling on the road, we were on the road. We did, like, Seattle, Washington. We go up there a lot, between Washington and Oregon. And me and my friend Mike Friedman got to the motel. The show was like fine, but then we watched the Padres knock out the Dodgers of the playoffs, like 2022, I think.
Yeah,
and that was rad. Just like getting back and like watching the end of this baseball game. Yeah. Something about like motel or hotel TV just kind of hits different.
Yeah, I can.
You can watch shit you wouldn't want to watch at home,
or just the idea of like, oh, I'm not a sports fan. But just having it kind of anywhere, it's like, oh, this is nice.
Yeah,
I went out with the boys to Sardinas, shout them out, and then they're like, oh, cool, football on the TV. So we're just having like, and then it's got to a point they're just talking about football, and I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna have my pasta, and then they're going, it's like, oh, sorry, Brian. It's like for like 15, 20 minutes they're talking. I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about, but they're like, oh, this is great. It's like having dinner and just like a fucking.
You ever watch the IT Crowd?
Yeah.
There's that episode where like they have the website to like try to make friends, where it's like they just talk about football. It's like, what a revolting display that was.
Always trying to walk it in.
Yeah. And they're like, what do you? Well, that was a real ludicrous display,
and it just works. Like, he's always trying to walk it in. Yeah, and then just rapper.
That's such a good show.
Yeah, all I got to say was with them, it's like, yeah, go Birds. And like, yeah,
Exactly.
They start pounding on the table.
Just say the refs were bad.
Yeah.
Always say that ref must have been blind.
Were you working for that team? You working for him?
I honestly, one thing you could always talk about is the O-line. As soon as you talk about the O-line, if the team wins, be like, oh, that O-line, huh?
Yeah.
And if they lose, like, oh, that O-line, huh? Like, just talk about the O-line in football.
Well,
that's the go-to move.
We'll get it
Because that always makes you sound smart because everyone knows the quarterback and everyone sees like the stats, but the O-line.
Yeah,
you start talking about them. People never watch like the offensive and defensive line.
Yeah,
it feels like. So if you just start talking about that, people go, "Oh, this guy knows what he's talking about."
Yeah, that, and then like I'll know there's like certain things that me and my drummer talk about that I'm like, ah, shit. Well, I feel like I'm excluding my guitarist. It's like like cameras. We just go into it about lighting and this and this and then he's like, oh yeah, and I can see Adam just on his phone. I'm like, ah, shit. Well, this isn't inclusive.
Well, it happens. I mean, you just can't be inclusive all the time. As long as when you're not being included, you can just not interrupt. Because we've also
bitch about it. To me, I'm like, I don't mind. They're having fun.
Well, that's the thing I noticed that I used to kind of do, whereas like I try to jam myself into the conversation. It's like if they're having and then I would see a lot of comics do that when they're uncomfortable.
Yeah,
like they would try to like jam their way into somebody else's conversation. Like that's rude.
Yeah,
you can just like. Every now and then, if you actually have something to say about the topic, if you know what you're talking about, just like, oh, excuse me, but like, what about? But it's also just, let people, if they're having a conversation, let them talk.
Yeah, let them get their shit in.
Yeah, exactly.
It was last week. You had a show over at a comedy store.
Oh, you took some pictures.
Yeah, I took some photos. It was great, actually. It's like you did like 10, and I'm like, yeah, it was just.
It was a fun set.
I do like it because I'm like, oh, you like I've seen you do some jokes, and I'm like, oh, like how you write it and how you can kind of create your set. I'm like, oh, I've heard a 30-minute set of yours. It flowed really well, and then you took some things and changed them or whatever to a 10-minute set. I'm like, oh fuck, well, no, and I'm like, well, no shit, he's been doing this for a while. I'm like, he's good at this. And then, like, I could tell, like, also too, it's like, oh, like, there's a couple people who are like, fucked up in the crowd, and you just like moved past it instead of like letting that derail anything. I'm like, nice. He's like, oh shit.
Yeah, because a lot of times it's just gonna. I mean, also, I'm just not one of the. I don't like doing crowd work because then I feel like if a showcase. If everyone's doing crowd work, it's just like, I'm going to ask you a question that you've already been asked 2 or 3 times. I'm not going to watch the show. People are like, oh, why don't you watch the show? Like, why? Are you fucking stupid? Like, I'm not going to watch, especially like a lot of comics I don't like.
Yeah.
I've kind of stopped doing open mics, and it's not a thing like, oh, it's just like I wasn't getting that much out of it anymore, I felt like. And I did an open mic at the Madhouse, and some lady was out there. He's like, you guys are funny, but how come you're not in there supporting? And I'm like, lady, I've been doing it for 14 years.
Yeah.
I've supported enough.
Mm-hmm.
Your friend's not going to keep doing it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, when people like try to do that, it's like, dude, I'm not like, there's a reason I'm not in there. Like, I get like, I'll try to watch. I'll watch people. I'll watch my friends and shit, and the younger comics. I haven't seen them in a while.
Yeah,
but it's just like, dude, are you? Because when I first started doing stand up, I would sign up late, and then I would get there early and watch everyone.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like after a while, it's like that's not going to help me. If anything, it's going to make me furious.
Yeah,
because then I'm like watching people, and I'm like mad. I'm like, that's this low hanging fruit, or like you forgot. You should have had this tag, and the fact that I'm not knowing you.
Yeah.
I thought of a tag that was better than your tag. Like, it makes me mad.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to fight you now.
I've done it where it's like we play a show and then, we ended up being like, oh, we're not headlining. We're closing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay. But we want to try and get there, on that load up time, which is the same as if you're opening or you're closing, the load in time's the same. Like, well, we got to get our stuff in there. And I'm like, all right, fine. And then we ended up we want to try and watch all the bands, but I'm like, this is a long night. Even a lot of people going to shows don't stay the whole time. But so we're like, okay. And then like I felt bad because one time we were like, oh shit, we loaded up all our stuff, but like, well, let's go get some food.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're like, oh well, there's a Target across the street. Let's just go there because I need, some my sinuses or whatever. So let's go there. Let's do this. So we're just doing stuff and running errands, and we missed like the first like band or two. And I'm like, oh. And then they stayed until the end to watch us. I'm like, oh. Well, we were here. We just didn't watch your sets. And then one of the guys, I felt so bad because he's like, it's like a friend of mine too. It's like, oh, it plays. We know each other from bands and stuff like that. He's like, oh, he started playing bass for a new band, and me as a bass player, oh man, you got to check out I got a new bass. And I got a new bass amp. It's like it sounded really good. I'm like, I bet it did. He's like, I'll show you after the show. I'm like, I'll show you my pedal board too. I'm like, fuck. And then he's like going and looking like, oh, it's like. My bass. I'm like, oh, what are some things with it? And we're just talking like kind of shop or whatever. I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, you sounded really good up there. It's like mine, it's a different sound, but it sounded good. I'm like, oh, I bet it did. I bet it did. I'm like, just a cunt. I'm like, what was I doing? Oh, eating pizza.
No.
I was eating.
You got to do your own thing because you're also working. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I almost never watch people after my set because I just need to decompress.
Yeah,
and I really don't like watching people before my set. Like I don't like sitting down and watching someone before my set.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I'll watch people, but it's like, what do you expect? I mean, you can do that, but it's like you can't always expect people to reciprocate.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like if somebody's from out of town, and I'm watching them, like, hey, good stuff. And they don't watch me. It's like, oh, I don't know. They've been driving. They've been flying.
Yeah.
All fucking week. Yeah. You need time to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool to support it, but you can't support everybody, and you're not always going to be able to like watch. Like, I'll watch like I've been traveling. I've been doing a lot of shows with my friend, and he was doing 45 minutes. But I just I gotta eat because I gotta drive because he's blind. He's legally blind.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I drove him, and then I got off, and I was watching him, and I gotta go eat. So I was like mostly gone looking for food, but I'm like,
yeah,
I mean, also we drove together,
yeah,
and you can't, you just, I mean, I don't know, I usually don't like watching stand up to begin with.
And then also it's like you've probably seen it before too.
Yeah, I've seen most. I've seen most. I pretty much know all my friends.
The
sets verbatim.
Yeah. And then but yeah, to go back to that, it was fun. Let me know that you had a show. I'm like, oh well, I want to take photos. I've done video before, but I'm not the most comfortable doing photography.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've done it here in my bedroom studio. Yeah. I control all the lights and everything.
It's tough. Yeah, the photos turned out the photo you sent me turned out pretty well.
I got a couple others.
The lighting is hard at a comedy club because the lights are really intense on the comedian, but then the lights around the place vary pretty greatly.
Yeah. And then so there I'm like, okay, and also it's like, where I control the temperature of the lights and everything, and a lot of times that what I'm doing photos for is for my podcast. We're doing music and equipment, guitar stuff, and it's all like still photography.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, oh, cool. I don't have to worry about the pedal getting up and moving because it's not.
Yeah.
And then so I'm like, okay, cool. And then I was like, ah, shit. Well, let me look at how fast your shutter speed needs to be. And it's like, say you're doing sports photography, it's got to be really fast, 1,000th of a second or less. And then I'm like, okay, well, you're not hurdling or jumping. I'm like, okay, well, I can look at that. And I was kind of just doing some quick research before.
Not that you know of.
Yeah.
now I got to incorporate hurdles into my act. The act out.
Yeah.
Doing burpees.
Yeah. You jump off the monitor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might as well jump. Crowd dive, crowd surfing.
Yeah. And so I'm like, okay, cool. That. And then I'm like, well, the lighting too. I'm like, how dim can it be? And I'm like, oh fuck. And I'm glad or whatever the equipment that I brought. It was fun. And then so I'm like, well, let me just and it's basically for if people who aren't photographers, some photos have the option of doing just multiple shots per thing. It's like you just hold it and go.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, cool. Let me just do a bunch of those.
Yeah.
And then, but anyways, not technical side of things. It was like fun, like going there. One, like, cause you're like, oh, just come in. I didn't have to pay a cover. And then it's just funny. The staff and other people there, like, treat me like I'm working, like I'm part of like the show.
Yeah.
It's like even people there, they're like, oh, do you want a drink or something? I'm like, no, I'm here. I'm like, I got to just take photos. It's like here for 15 minutes. I'm good. And then other people, it's like, like the staff like dives out of the way. I'm like, no, it's like I'm a hindrance to your job. And
they get it though. I mean,
there's a difference in like I'd say in the past like 5 years, there's a difference in respect or whatever you want to be to like content. To me, I'm like,
oh yeah.
People
I mean,
oh fuck,
the
like,
Comedy Store you couldn't record there.
Yeah,
even if you worked there, even if you were like, it was a huge deal. And then now it's like this, like a lot of these places. Some of the clubs are already offer recordings, and they'd kind of like charge you for it sometimes after the fact. But now it's like everybody's incorporating it in because they have to.
Yeah,
that's like a big selling point to your business. It's like, all right, do you have video? Do you have photography? Like when I was in Boston, I did the Comedy Studio. It was a cool little spot, and they sent me a video for free. I'm like, oh shit, because like that could be like, if you want to get a big name, that could be the deciding factor.
Yeah, it could be maybe that one is for their club. Maybe that went viral or whatever, or something like whatever. The potential, and the thing is too, it's like just taking photos. It's like, oh, like the staff, the waitresses, and stuff like that, and then people are like, oh, I'm taking a photo. And so people like duck under. I'm like, no, like I'm. Like,
impede my photobomb me.
Like it doesn't matter because I'm like, oh, like I'm not, I mean, to me, it's just different because I'm like, and then even like people who are like,
you're so mild mannered, I'd be like, yeah, you better get out of my way.
And people
I'll fuck you up, dude.
Even people at the show, I'm like, oh, I'm like taking here, and then people are like, oh, well, let me get out of his way. I'm like, no, enjoy. You paid money to be here. I'm like, I'm not supposed to be here.
Yeah, you're so deferential, Brian.
But it was, it was fun. I'm like,
and then there was also, you had a doppelganger in the front row.
Yeah,
I was looking. I was like, how is Brian taking pictures of me, but also sitting with this woman watching the show?
Another fat guy with bad tattoos and glasses.
But he had a Bass Pro Shop hat too. Yeah. It was like, oh my god.
Was the other comedian when we were outside? It's like, oh yeah, I was talking to you on stage. I'm like, that wasn't me. That was
I fucking knew it. I called it.
Another fat guy.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I caught him a little bit in the background. I'm like, oh yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, that looks like we should hang out.
Yeah.
Should have found that guy. I'm like, oh dude, do you like anime? He's like, hell yeah, I do.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Oh, you want to grab a couple Coke Zeros? I was like, fuck yeah, let's talk about it. Just the same shit. Coke Zero on the rocks. He's like, well, fuck yeah, I got a 2-liter in my truck. F-150.
Yeah.
He's just another me.
Yeah, he just moved from the Container Store to Crate and Barrel.
Yeah.
It's just completely parallel paths.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it was fun. So it's just kind of like another, like, I don't know. You gotta, I don't know. For a lot of things, people's like, oh, if you do it so many times, I'm like, you just got to get your, like, I don't know, reps in. So taking photos, I'm like, oh, because I am still learning, and there's so many different things to do with videography.
Mm-hmm.
But photography is a whole different kettle of fish.
Yeah.
It was fun. And then, like I said, just taking
You say a whole different kettle of fish?
Yeah. Is that a...
What the fuck does that mean?
Maybe I just making that... I swear to God I heard that.
Brian, you jamming me up here.
Yeah. Just give me a ration
kettle
of shit.
Of fish. All right, I'm gonna look this up.
It's fish in a barrel. Towns of fish, people in the barrel.
Oh, that's what. You know what fucked me up? Because I was watching. There was some guy. I don't know where he was from, but he was on stage and he kept saying taking instead of having. He's like, my mom said I was taking a panic attack. I'm like, taking? What the fuck?
Huh. Yeah. That's
weird. I've never heard that one.
Haven't heard.
And I'm like, where is he from? Because I couldn't find the guy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is that? Is that Canada? What is that?
Yeah. I'm trying to think of other phrases that I hear, and I'm like, what the fuck?
I know some places in the South they call every soda a Coke.
Yeah.
That's what my cousin lived in Tennessee for a little bit. And he was like, yeah, they say like, instead of, because soda down here, and then the Midwest it's pop, and then there it's just everything is Coke.
Yeah, I think Canada or parts of Canada is pop too.
Because it's the northern Midwest kind of thing.
Yeah, I think I was hearing like a podcast, and the guy's Canadian, and he's like, "Oh, pop," and he's like, "Sorry, Coke," because he knows most of his listeners are American.
Yeah,
and I'm like, "Yeah, pop. What the hell is that?
Get out!
Go and get it!
Trying to come here take our jobs."
Barley pops.
What is that?
A
root beer?
Beer.
Oh, barley pop.
I like that one.
I don't like that one.
That one. Your face is like, I hate that.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Yeah, a couple of pops. That's good.
Yeah,
talking about beer. But yeah, no, it was fun. Just doing that, but with the photos, I'm like, I got like 450.
Wow.
I got 3 good ones. It just shows
that's what it takes, dude.
That's why I said, I'm like, what
dedication.
The fuck? What the hell? And then my drummer, he's more into photography, and he's actually does weddings and stuff like that. And he's like, yeah, it's like that. It just takes time. It's like you're gonna know a little bit more and just take photos with purpose. But right now you're learning. It's like there's nothing wrong with it. And it's like it's like, well, consider that you had any good ones.
Yeah, that's true. That would have been a real bummer if you took a bunch.
Well, the one I sent you, I really liked because it's I think I've seen some photos of you at shows and stuff like that, and then there's not. I mean, I could be wrong, but just what came to mind is like there's not a whole lot of you smiling.
Yeah,
I mean, he's up there telling jokes, and everybody's just trying to get like serious photos of you of like. Well, he's telling jokes, and that one I thought was really good. I was like, oh, I got you genuinely.
There was
smiling.
one photographer who's always around. And I swear to God, he makes me look awful. Like every picture, he's like, "Oh, I'll send you some pictures," and I'm like, I look sweaty and bloated, and I'm like, it's like a weird angle, where, like my eyes, and he's like, "Oh, these are good." And I'm like, "Are you fucking stupid?"
It's like, don't quit your day job.
Yeah, it's like, dude, you're awful.
Yeah, no, we talked about it. It's like I had like photos taken. It's like we played like House of Blues, and somebody like got it to where it's like shooting up, and it just like
The
this
double
is
chin, the look down.
When I was like maybe 100 75 pounds, so I was like way lighter. I'm like, I look fatter than I do now
because of the angle. It's all angles, dude.
Like this. I'm like, what the hell is your problem? Yeah. It's like, thanks. I am not gonna post it, and then like posted and tagged me. I'm like,
son of a bitch.
Remove tag.
Yeah. Block.
Remove tag.
Remove tag and block.
It's like not that I'm like, oh, like advertising for the ladies, but it's like it's also like
you just look bad. It's like, dude, I don't look good in this picture.
Yeah, it's like, and it's all to me, I'm like, oh, what I'm trying to do with photos. I'm like, I don't know. I don't. To me, I'm like, oh, I have a vision. And then I go and I'm like, I'm looking at these and I'm like, oh, what my favorites, and I'm going to edit too. And I go and look at other people's photos of like live shows. I'm like, oh no, these suck. And they felt like, this is great, post it.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, it's like, okay.
Well, people just started doing, I think for a lot of people, they started doing photography as like a way in.
Yeah.
To like opportunities and stuff like that.
Well, yeah,
and they just do it without, I guess you just figure it out.
Yeah, my buddy started doing it, and then he's just like goes and takes photos, and he was like with like Theo Vaughn, Mark Norman, shit like that. I'm like, how did you do that? He's like, oh, I just like ask them.
Yeah, because they could always use it, like just be useful, Yeah,
and then he's like, oh, I got to go in the green room and just take photos, and I was like, oh shit. And then he's a little bit different too, because I look at his like photos. And the photography he's done, and then like I talked to him about his gear. I'm like, oh, his camera lens and stuff like that, he has to be up in your shit. And I'm like, so you didn't care about just stepping over people? And it's like, oh, pardon me, where's me? I stuck in the back, and like luckily I had his big enough lens or whatever that I could shoot from far away and not get.
Yeah, he was
people.
Just like on top of people.
Oh yeah, he didn't give like, oh, you didn't give a fuck. You're probably sitting on people's tables and laps and shit like that. He's like, oh yeah,
it's like knocks over the drink.
Like, yeah, I'm trying to get good photos. It's like, fuck him. Like, all right, I don't have that attitude yet.
Well, no, this is not who you are. You're very
bag.
kind and deferential.
Bag, baby. But yeah, no, that was fun, and this was a fun one. I think we're running a little long. Do you want to bring it in?
Yeah, let's wrap it up. All right, thanks guys for listening to the episode of Off the Rails. I've been your host, Austin Train. Please follow me on Instagram. Go ahead, if you listen to us on Spotify, please give us 5 stars. If you give us 4 stars, they're going to repossess Brian's house.
Yeah.
Also, please like and subscribe on YouTube. Please, it helps.
Yes.
Thank you so much, guys. See you next time.
Bye.